What's up, gang? It's your boy Tyler, and you're watching the most trash show on YouTube, Garage Goons. Thank you for watching. Today I wanted to talk about a discontinued banger. Okay, it's heating up. At least in Southern California today, it was over 80 degrees. It was almost 90. So spring is in full effect. We had winter hanging on for dear life, but now it is straight like. For most of y'all, I got a summer day today, like a hot summer day. But for me, Southern California, it's hot most of the year. So most of my scents do happen to lean towards the more heat-based ones. But this one, you could really wear this year-round. And what I'm talking about today is Vera Wang for men. Now, guys, this is a special fragrance for me. This is one of the first... I bought other designer brands, but there's levels to designer, right? There's the stuff you can find on like rag store racks really often. Like you can find a lot of Nautica, which is technically a designer. You can find a lot of, Drakkar Noir back in the day. You could find a lot of Calvin Klein on designer shelves. You can find a lot of Hollister and fucking Abercrombie and shit like that. But this was like the actually first true designer, like, nice fragrance that I ever bought, and I did find it on a rag store shelf, but this is not one that was there all the time. This one, I don't know how it got there, but I picked it up at a Ross. This is back in like 2015. This shit's like 10 years old at this point, okay? And it's unfortunate that's discontinued. I don't know why. It must have not done well in sales. But it is an absolute beautiful scent that I think leans warm weather, but there are tobacco notes in the base of this. Smooth tobacco, not that clawing, harsh, pipe tobacco smell that a lot of fragrances have that are real gourmand, that they're really trying to get that smoky push. This is a more vanilla, if you're into cigars, what they would consider to be a mild cigar tobacco in the base. But in the opening, it has one of my favorite notes. As you guys know, I love grapefruit and I love yuzu, which is an oriental fruit that smells a lot like grapefruit. It's a little bit more herbal, I would say. And the tartness is slightly different, but it's very, very, very similar. If you've ever had a drink with yuzu in it, and somebody told you, oh, that's grapefruit juice, you would probably believe them if you didn't know what you were drinking, right? So let me just spray this and I'll show you. It's got a really fat atomizer, which I really appreciate. It's this beautiful kind of orangey brown, kind of almost amber color, and really nice hefty bottle. And I think I paid at the time, which was crazy in 2015, I think I paid like 40 bucks, which almost at that time, nothing at Ross or whatever went for that much. If it was over like 25 or 30, they didn't really carry it. That was like, there was like a hard line or something over $30 where like, we just don't sell stuff that costs more than that. So this was a little bit expensive for me, but man, it's discontinued. It's going for, I've seen it for over $300 on eBay, because the people who found this fragrance must have fallen in love with it. I just don't think it was marketed very well, because man, it's fucking fantastic. Let me show you the spray. Really strong atomizer. Oh, it's such a bright, beautiful, smooth grapefruit. Not like that punchy, like, well, it's yuzu. Not that punchy, sour yuzu or grapefruit accord. It's, you know what this is? This is the grown version, the grown man version of Hugo Reverse. You get a little bit of sandalwood in there to kind of smooth it out. Maybe a little bit of vanilla, and there's like a little bit of nutmeg in there. But that citrus, it just carries it through. This is such a good fragrance, guys, and I've been babying it. Like I said, I've had this thing for 10 years. It's not that I hate it. It's that when I started picking it back up and started getting back into fragrances like 2-3 years ago, I kind of I did my research and realized they just don't make it anymore. So I didn't want to run out, because I'm not going to buy this again, unfortunately. I'm not going to pay 200 bucks for this fragrance. I love it. And I do think if another house that's like Dior or Chanel made something like this, that they could easily get 200 bucks for it. And I think it would be popular because it's really a popular trend right now to have like herbal and like kind of Oriental Asian notes in a lot of fragrances, especially summer fragrances. I feel like the cool new thing now is like you either have the tropical coconut pineapple vibe or you have Oriental citrus vibe. You know, like the Louis Vuitton, for example, that uses black tea mixed with their navel orange that they use in there. This is fucking incredible, guys. For me, it is a more fresh scent, but because there is that smooth tobacco in the base, it does last on my dry ass skin way longer than most of my freshies. I get 7-8 hours out of this, and projection is moderate, but I have noticed, you know, in the high heat, that it does push off the body a lot better. If it's cool, it's still gonna be noticeable, but those citrus notes aren't gonna cut through as well as they do in summer. And this thing really just pushes off the skin when it heats up. So that's another plus. But another thing I like about this is it smells great, and it has a certain elegance to it. You know, if I was gonna go to, like, I've been to spring and summer weddings, it's either this or, you know, like if it's heat, if it's a daytime wedding, I'm wearing this. If it's cold, I might pull out the Rocus Mustache. I might bust out, you know, one of my blue fragrances. It just kind of depends, but this is like perfect for if you have a wedding coming up that you got to go to, or maybe your own wedding, and you know, you can find this on the cheap, or someone's willing to sell it to you on Facebook or something like that. I would say pick it up, man. This stuff is so good. Get you a decant if you can find it. I hate that this is discontinued. Once upon a time, it had a cap. As you can see, it no longer has one, but it still smells just as beautiful as the day I bought it 10 years ago. I'm sure it's well past expiration date, but man, what a beautiful, elegant, sophisticated, elevated fragrance. This is really the kind of stuff, this is classy to me. This just screams elegance and class. I don't know if younger dudes would be into this. It's not like, it doesn't have those fucking super powerful, like in your face gourmand notes that are really popular right now. And it's not super candied or anything like that. A lot of the new scents I feel like are just like slap you in the face with like a wave of like something real synthetic or real like straight out of the oven, out of a bakery, you know? And this is not that. But this is so elegant and beautiful. Guys, check it out. I hate that it's discontinued, but man, what a beautiful fragrance. I know this video probably won't get too many views. I don't care. I need you guys to know about this. This is a great fragrance. And hey, maybe if you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, talk to me in the comments, I talk back, and it gets a little bit of traction, you know, who knows? Maybe a clone house or a dupe company will come out with this again. But this is just such a fucking winner. And this screams grown-ass man with money in the bank, shit to lose, takes care of his shit, is on top of it, and, you know, a classy event. And it could be in the daytime or in the evening. So, Vera Wang, for men. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your homies, tell your friends. Talk to me in the comments, I talk back, do all the shit. Share the video, hit the notification bell, press all the buttons. You know what to do. And we are out of this bitch.